So, how's everyone doing, first of all? How's everyone? Good? Everything good? That's how it should be. So, everyone knows that I've started uni now, university. I've descended on a new chapter in my life. And 3 days in, it's already been a crazy story for me. 3 days in, I've already seen cadavers. Do you know what that is? Cadaver. Google it when you're at home. I'll give a quick explanation. A cadaver is basically a human body that's dead. The skin's all taken off, and you're able to examine the organs and everything inside. A real human body. And I never knew I'll see something like that to study anatomy. And then the day after, inside our school, we also have like a museum full of body parts where you can see real things like hearts, people that had gallstones, rheumatoid arthritis, knees. It's been so fascinating for me. And as I'm going through university, making friends is one of the hardest and most important things, one of the most important things there. And so today I took the message on picking a character that will form the right team. For whatever you do, a friend is very important. When you play a game, example FIFA, your starting character is Alex Hunter. Or on NBA, I think you can create your own look. And so you'll be on the game, boom, 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 eyes, boom, 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 blue, boom, 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 yellow, boom, 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 hazel. Then you pick. Then you go skin, boom, 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 brown, boom, 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 white, boom, boom, boom. And then you're going like this in the game, and you're going boom, 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 boom. Now you're going to the picking your teams, and you're going boom, 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 point guard, boom, 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 Stephen Curry, boom, 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 boom. And then you're going and selecting players on and on. And so as you're picking these players, you're picking your character then forms the team that's going to be around you for the rest of the game. In Call of Duty, is how you pick your color of your suit and the gun you pick, and then your team will be formed around you. And so what I'm trying to get in essence is that your behavior relates to who you make as a friend. Your behavior relates to who you make as a friend. So who do you choose as your friends? Proverbs chapter 27 verse 17. Can someone read that, please? Chapter 27 verse 17.
Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend.
Iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. Essentially what this tries to say is that a person that you will recognize as a friend will both have a mutual agreement in that you both want to be the best possible forms of yourself as you can be. In your mom's kitchen you may have seen perhaps, or your dad's kitchen, where they have like a little piece of grinder where they slash the knife in to sharpen it. But why do they do that? They're both made out of the same material, but they both have different properties. And when you have a friend, you should both take on that role of being a grinder and helping that other person to feel precise and be in the best possible situation they can be. That's what I want for you. When I say, Abel, hi, I want you to be the best you can be. Or when I say, Emmanuel, how are you doing today? Emmanuel, is there something you're struggling on? Oh wait, let's work on that. That's what a job of a friend is. If that person that you call a friend, and you both don't have that satisfaction or drive to say, I want you to be better than I am, and that other person has that same feeling for you, but if that's really not there, then that's not a real friendship. So when I'm going through uni, I want to use myself as an example so it's more easier for you to understand. When I'm going through uni, I'm going to see so many people, but I'm not going to call anyone a friend. So that's why I'm saying I have no friends right now. Because I'm going to take time to find that piece of grinder that can sharpen me as a good sharp knife, and then I can do that back to someone else. So when you're finding a friend, You have to find someone that's able to drive you and you're able to drive them equally and grow with each other in God. And it should be as easy as it is in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 33. 15 verse 33.
Be not deceived, evil communications corrupt good manners.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 33. Oh yeah, my different version, sorry. Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. The people that you hang around shows how you are as a person. As hard as you don't want that to be, maybe you can change them. That's a different situation. But usually, in most of the time, 80% of the time, the people that you hang about influence your character and gives opinions from others on you. Do you understand what I'm trying to get at? The people that you hang about will influence how people perceive you. That's why loads of aunties or uncles, பாருங்களேன் friends, அவங்க இப்படி இருந்தா இவங்க எப்படி இருப்பாங்க. People talk like that. Why? Because the character or the friend that you think you have around you can bring an influence, not a good one, a bad one sometimes on you. And this is mainly like 80% of the time. So your company and friends make you fall or grow. So on this, it's very important. And then it continues on Proverbs chapter 13 verse 20. Proverbs chapter 13 verse 20.
He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
Simple. If you walk with the wise, you don't have to be wise, but you'll slowly grab their character from them and you'll grow in that same way. But if you grab with someone who's foolish, who doesn't truly understand blessings, who truly doesn't know how to talk that pleases Lord, then you're a fool amongst fools. You know, an example that I had when I was writing this is that a diamond in the mud doesn't know its worth. That's when you find bad friends. But a diamond in Harrods, who's next to other diamonds, then know its worth. When you hang out with the mud, your value, you don't know your value. You think you're mud as well. When truly God made you as a diamond, something beautiful, something that's been put on pressure to create some beauty. But if you want to hang out with mud, what's the point? But when you're that diamond that wants to be in Tiffany & Co., that wants to be in Harrods, that wants to hang out with other diamonds, other angels that God's produced, there's a difference in your value there. People will perceive you differently. Do you see that? Your friends influence your character. Your character can then also influence your friends. It's a two-way thing. Iron sharpens iron. What you work with someone else, if they have different thoughts, you're going to also gain the different thoughts, even though you didn't know it. That's how friendship works. Weirdly as it is, friendship's hard. Friendship was never meant to be easy. And a great example of a friend was in Mark chapter 2, verses 1 to 12. Don't worry about reading this one. Mark chapter 2, verses 1 to 12. And what this is, the story of the paralyzed man. A paralyzed man where Jesus was doing miracles in this household, fully tight, compact. People couldn't get in, people couldn't get out. And everyone over there in that era knew about the miracles Jesus was doing, were amazed and astonished by the miracles Jesus was doing. And so this man who was paralyzed, lame, and no one believed him, was there. But his 4 friends, I'll take these people as friends because in the Bible it refers to them as they gathered in such large numbers there was no room left, no even outside the door, and he preached the word. So men came bringing to him a paralyzed man, carried by the 4 of them. They have no name in here. But I'll refer to these people as a friend to this paralyzed man. Why? They believed in Jesus, first of all. But they also believed in him. People may have thought it's the end for him. He can't walk. What's the point helping him from now on? But that friend, those 4 friends thought, he was our friend. We have to help him. Took him by, lowered him down from the roof, and the miracle there happened. Though at the time others didn't see it, the friends saw the diamonds in each other. The friends thought, wait, I can do something for you. I'm your friend, I'm going to help you. Now I'm going to nambenda. I'm going to help you. You know? And that's the beauty of things in the Bible, that sometimes people don't have their names, but the work they did in here, in this case, I'll take it truly as a friendship, because I don't think random people would have come and helped him. Only a friend would have gone to that help. And it's true, at times when you go through something so bad, I hear it so many times where maybe this high school jock has so many friends, everyone likes him, goes through an accident, unable to walk, then no one visits him after. People sometimes just hang there for the popularity, not for the true friendship. Don't ever make friendship judgments by the pocket. Make it by the heart, because there's a big difference in the future that you will see. When you look at someone's pocket to be a friend, it's not going to be worth it. I tell you now, stop. It's a waste of time. Because how do you know they're going to help you like that? But someone that's with the heart, they'll give their time for you. But why is time more important than money? Let me tell you why. Simple quote everyone knows. Time is money. That person that spends the time is more valuable than that worth of money. And that's what a true friend does. And so, this is what I know. And it will take long for me to find, and this is why I know it will take me long to find friends. In Proverbs 12, verse 26, can someone read that, please? (12:26).
The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them.
The righteous choose their friends carefully, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. Do you get that? You have to be careful when choosing friends. Some people like to manipulate that friendship, use it for the wrong purposes. Sometimes you may think they're a friend, but they might just be using you. That's why it says be carefully. And it also goes on to say further, but that means there's another point there, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. When you look for a friend and you don't do it carefully, you'll fall into the wicked. You'll follow the wrong crowd. And what does that do? It leads them astray. I hear this story so many times. People that were good ones, perfect, grades, everything right. Then the silly mistake is they find and fall into the wrong friends. Changes their character. Mother, father, and don't know what happened. Thinking, my son was so good, my son didn't. What happened? My daughter didn't be like this. When you fall in the wrong crowd, his words will be spoken out loud. And the way that works is friendship is so important that now it even influences how people will treat you nowadays. It's true. As hard as it sounds, it's true. Who you're friends with will sometimes give an opinion from others on you. And another important character that a friend has is that person will always critique you. A good friend will always point out your mistakes and say, this is your mistake, go change it. That's what a good friend will do. You say, this is your mistake. You got a little bit of rust there. Take it off. Where does it talk about this? Proverbs chapter 27 verse 5. Open criticism is better than hidden love. Like Drake said, I don't want no fake love. I don't want fake love. Tell me what's wrong. I want to change myself. That's the point of being a friend. I want to grow day by day to be the best possible person that I can be. Iron sharpens iron. So man should sharpen another. Doesn't mean you get a knife and start cutting the person. I'm not talking about that type of sharpening. Not literal sharpening. Maybe some people may take it like that. You never know. Some people might just go home. Appa, kai kattu. No. I'm talking in a spiritual sense. I'm talking in that you should go to that person and say, listen, I don't like these certain vocabularies you're using. Change it. What's the point? Or, listen, you've got a bad habit of always picking your nose or something like that. Change it. It's true. I want a friend to tell me that, oh, listen, da, when you deodorant போட்டு ஸ்கூலுக்கு வாங்க தயவு செய்து கஷ்டமா இருக்கு ஆளுக்கு நானும் 1+1 கேட்க உங்க மூக்கு இந்த மனம் வரது நெஞ்சு வலிக்குது. That's a good friend. இல்ல லிசன்பா மார்னிங் வரும்போது கொஞ்சம் மவுத் வாஷ் எடுங்களேன் அவ்வளோ கஷ்டமா இருக்காது ஒரு மவுத் வாஷ் 30 seconds. This is something that applies to my brother. Joking. But when I have a friend, I want that person to find every mistake that I have and say, listen, change it. This is the thing. Open criticism is better than hidden love. Say it openly, I don't care, because once I change it, you can't say anything about me. And then I want to do that same for you, because iron sharpens iron. We want to be the best we can be, so make sure you hang around with the best that can possibly be. But be careful about it, like it said before. The righteous choose carefully, otherwise the wicked will lead them astray. When you're choosing carefully, when you go into a shop, for example, and you're picking between the packets of rice, there's so many varieties of rice, from Tilda to Basmati to some random brand that you'll never know. You take so much time to say, you take so much time to think of that rice. This will be the best for me, so let me take this one. In the same way, when you approach going to look for a friendship, don't dive in it straight away and say, hey, you're my friend, or hey, you're my friend, or hey, can you be my friend as well? It doesn't work like that. It takes time to say, okay, that person has a quality that I like about them. That person enjoys this subject same as me to that same level, or that person has great spiritual power within them. Let me join that person as well. Example, even Jesus' friendships. Jesus himself chose carefully for those disciples. Jesus couldn't go about walking and say, you're my disciple, you're my disciple, you're my disciple. Jesus carefully chose each person there. Each person there now has a real true meaning to them. They couldn't sharpen Jesus because Jesus was the best he can be. But when they chose Jesus, he sharpened them so well, perfectly, thin sliced them, that they were so perfect that no one could say any problem about them. So when choosing your friends, be careful. When choosing your friends, even now, think to yourself, is that friend that you have really a good friend? Will that friend go as far to take £100 if I need it? I'm not saying that person needs to have money. I'm just using an example. Or would that person in time of need quickly come to my help? Or will that person help my parents just as I do? Will that parents love my parents just as I do? Does that person even talk behind my back when I turn around? When choosing friends, they have to be careful. When choosing friends, even those watching online, when choosing friends, think about it. Think about it, sit down. Even the friends you have now, think to yourself, is that person really a good friend? If that person has more than 3-4 mistakes and they aren't willing to change it, there's something wrong there. You're not striving to be the best you can be. And that's how it works. friends try to find the best they can be. And that's how I like to finish off. Be careful in who you make as a friend and choose carefully. Even if you have friends now, quickly think, sit down to yourself and think, is that person the right person, or do I have to go change again? Because my dad always tells me, you'll always go on a bus stop journey. You'll be on the bus all the time, but people will always continuously come off and get off. Make sure you find someone that can always continuously be on that bus with you, not someone that's going to get off. That's how friends work. They continuously come and go, come and go. I doubt you know the person that you had as a friend in year 3 that you used to play kiss chase or hide and seek or duck duck goose with. That person's gone, long gone. I doubt you even know where they are. But certain friends from childhood, you might have one. That one person that always came around to your home, was sweet to your mother, sweet to your father, and treated you right, and you treated them right respectively, sharpening each other. That's how a friendship should be. Shall I finish with a prayer, please? Can everyone bow their heads and close their eyes? Father God, from our day-to-day lives, from what we do, Father Lord, let us make sure that we find friends carefully, Lord, just as the righteous do, God, and not be led astray by the wicked, Father God. Let those friends that we choose be diamonds amongst diamonds like us, Father God, and let us not get stuck in the mud, Father Lord, being unknown of our true value, Father God. Father God, let this process that we do help us to ensure that we can be the best that we can be, sharpening each other, just as iron sharpens iron. In dear Lord, in your name I pray. Amen. Pastor Aaron Daniel. I'll pass it on to Dan, who's been singing.